Welcome to Happiest Places Home, the interior design channel. If you're into interior design, you'll love it here. I'm Suzanne, an interior designer, and in this video, I have Pottery Barn dupes galore for you. I think you'll be really impressed by their excellent quality compared to Pottery Barn, but of course, also the price. That's the goal, to save you money. We'll be hanging out in my kitchen for a little bit. We have a couple of things happening there. There's an unboxing of something vintage that I think you'll be just as excited about as me. That's why I thought I'd share. And then I do have one of the most elegant Halloween decor pieces that I've ever seen in all of my years. So I definitely wanted to share that with you too. When I saw this Pottery Barn photo for fall 2025, I thought it does look like a still life, something that you could just take this photo and make an oil painting out of. It's a very nice little setup, but one of the stars of this setup is the pumpkin display. And what that is a pair of brass pumpkins that Pottery Barn is selling new for the fall. So they're not huge, and it is nice to have bigger decor accessories in my opinion, but in this case you can see where some mini pumpkins could just slide right into a little vignette that you make. So you get two of these for $49.50. And I do have something from Target that looks very similar, and I believe it's like a touch bigger. Now I have to go back and look at the sizes, but this one, on the other hand, is a canister. So you could hide a few things that are necessities in there, or get home from work and drop your earrings and your rings and your bracelet and the such in there, or keys. These new pumpkins at Pottery Barn make perfect sense for them and their customers. They have that look of blonde wood, but they are made of resin, so they're breakable, but doesn't matter. I mean, that actually makes them heavier and less likely to blow away if you're keeping them outside like they're showing it. But my thought is probably if you were to buy the Pottery Barn version, you would have them inside in your very creamy beige and blonde wood home, and it would fit right in. I do have an alternative for you. I realized that I hadn't mentioned the price of the Pottery Barn. You're getting 3 for $1.99, and my alternative at Target, you're getting 2 for $61. Now the color of wood has a little bit more of a brown in it, and this is also a very popular color of wood. In this case, I believe that it's actually made of wood, the Target version. But I think it's a great price, and it's a nice alternative. They do carry these at Lowe's, so I'll tag that as well just in case the Target run out. But I have another thing for you in the way of pumpkins. One more thing. Pottery Barn does have a pumpkin-shaped candle, and it is pumpkin spice, and it's very pricey. And they're cool looking. They have like a cutout kind of woodworking situation going on. But I think they're from last year, so I'm not going to present them as something new. But I spotted this and thought I would share it because I thought it was really interesting. It's on sale at this minute for that $4 and change. Normally it's $6.99, so by the time you see this, the price might be the regular price. I'm not sure, but it's still a great value for in many ways. First of all, in the way that it's a scented candle, and it's such a low price because it's hard to find candles that are scented at a low price like that unless you're, I would say, at Walmart. These are even less expensive than those you would find at, say, Home Goods or TJ Maxx as well. But also the fact that it's that size, and this would go very nicely if you bought the other two wood pumpkins. So you'd have this trio, but one of them is a candle. So kind of cute if you put them together, but regardless, I thought that was a really fun option. Do you recall in my very last video in the Pottery Barn Fall Lookbook, I said, let's bring back the cornucopia? And I got several comments about that. And I think some of you really like that idea. So I did find an alternative to the $69 Pottery Barn version for you. And let's take a look. I found this really interesting cornucopia at Michael's. As you could see, I found a lot of fun things at Michael's. So this is the wicker cornucopia, but theirs is made of willow and water hyacinth. You can see that the water hyacinth is in the portion that is braided around the edge, and I like that extra added flair. I mean, Pottery Barn has an extra added flair at the rim of theirs as well, but I like that this has a stand. And also it's got the handle. Anyway, so I think the price on this is excellent. You're seeing two prices on the Michael's version, and that's because the lower price is the price that it is on sale right now, and the other price is the regular price. So not sure what it will be when you decide to take a look. I decided to go for it. So we're going to do another throwback just like the cornucopia. This one is a throwback to the 80s, and it is a Yankee jar candle by Yankee Candle. And they're on sale right now, so that's why I thought it would be a good time to bring it up. The jar candle, which is normally $34.99, is $19.99 on sale on their website. Everything's linked in this video, by the way. Those were a status symbol in the 80s, but one of the most beautiful pumpkin candle fragrances was theirs. Like, it was the originator, but it also is just so delicious. So that's a thought that I had. Now, the other thing to do was to have a really cool container for your Yankee Candle sold by Yankee Candle, kind of like Bath and Body Works does. And they have a really beautiful one I noticed on their website, and this is it. And this one I think is maybe suited better for a small jar candle. I'm not sure. But this piece I thought would make a beautiful decoration, whether it was a candle holder or not. But the candle itself is the throwback to the 80s. This container, I would say, isn't necessarily. But I just thought I would throw this out there because it's so funny that everything's coming back. And, you know, these guys were some of the first to put scented candles on the map. They also have right now, you know, Pottery Barn has the Fantastical Forest. They have either Fantastical Forest or Enchanted Forest in a candle, and I haven't smelled it, but that sounds fun too. Pottery Barn's featuring Thanksgiving turkey napkin rings, and you get a set of 4 of these. They're made of ceramic. And I feel that if you have that beautiful white ceramic going on for, you know, your specialty dishware, then this makes a lot of sense. If you have fine china and it's that creamy color, they might not make sense, but my alternative will make more sense. Let's take a look. At Michael's, I found these antique brass turkey napkin rings. They're on sale right now for $4.19 each, and regularly it's $6.99. But that still makes them less expensive than the Pottery Barn. And I think they're really fun. And I just think they make a lot more sense. It looks like it has a flat bottom so it can stand up straight, but you could also lay this down on your napkin and make a little design out of it too. You may have seen this before. It's my Chateau Cheeseboard from Pottery Barn. This is the largest size, and it's $49.50, I believe, or just right around $50 somewhere. Now, I think that's actually a great price for this piece, or I wouldn't have bought it, and it served me well. But I did notice that Target has the same thing. Theirs is a little bit more slim, but very long, and theirs is $20. And Pottery Barn does have a dark brown, just like this Target one is dark brown. And I love it, and I would love to buy it. I won't. I've been buying too many things lately. But if you don't have a cheese board that's this long shape, God, you can do so many things with it that are, I think I've said this before in my videos. It can even make a large sub sandwich that you cut up into pieces look elegant. But what I think it's best for is when you're serving small hors d'oeuvres, that especially those frozen type that you're cheating the system with and buying them at the grocery store, and they are really beautiful and elegant looking. Those look great on this. Pottery Barn has lit witches in their Halloween lineup, and there are 3 different sizes. I priced for you the tallest because the lower price version that I found is very similar in height to that. So the tallest one of this group is 60 inches high, and it's on sale right now for about $111. And regularly it's $139 for one witch. But as you can see, they're very kind of elegantly put together, even though it's very frightening. What I found for you was an alternative where you can get 3 for an even lower price than the 1. Here is a set of 3 witches for $85 from Wayfair. These are lit. The lit portion of these is the head. It turns it like a yellowy orange, where I think the Pottery Barn lit portion is on their outfits, I think. But it almost looks like they're the same thing, and they might have been done by the same maker, but just bought separately by these 2 companies. I don't know. But think about how you're getting 3 of these for $85 with Wayfair, and that single one for about $111 on sale. So they do look cool kind of around in a circle. I've seen that in some neighborhoods. People make their own, and I know you can do that. If you're a DIYer, I bet that you definitely could. But if you don't have time and you want it pre-set up, you know, and plus that whole lit thing, that would be hard to do on your own, I think. Would it? I don't know. But what do you think of this? I think it's a pretty good alternative. It's official. I spotted the most elegant Halloween decor item that you could find, because in all my years, you know, I'm very interested in decor all this time. I really never saw anything like this, and I thought I better share. So it's not a dupe or anything. It's just fabulous. So it is this foot wide historical marker that you put on your house, and it says that your house is from the 1700s. And so it's historical site, haunted house, don't touch anything or it will touch you. And I don't know how you would attach this to your house, but there are so many experts in everything in my audience, and they leave great advice in the comments. If you haven't visited the comments, take a look sometime. But if someone knows how you would do this, and I'm sure there is someone, can you say so? I'm sure it's some kind of heavy-duty adhesive that you can take off that works outside, so let's hear it. But anyway, this is such a great price for such a wonderful item. It's literally, you could have this single decoration and it would mean so much more than a lot of them. We're back in my kitchen, and that's because I am making delicious coffee, and I will be featuring my Pottery Barn new mug in a second. But I wanted to share with you also, I was really surprised, but Target does have their holiday coffee already. Now maybe this one is actually fall because it looks like that, but I think those are supposed to be butterscotch on there. I don't know. But I love this hot buttered rum coffee you may remember from last year. And it's not linked or anything. Just go to Target. And then I drink decaf with it. If you drink decaf, have you ever tried the Trader Joe's? Because you can grind the beans yourself right in the store, and it smells and tastes delicious. But anyway, here is my Pottery Barn initial mug. It's the embossed initial mug, $12. So I talked about it last week. It was one of my favorite items that's new at Pottery Barn, and it arrived, and I love it. I'm unboxing something really exciting to me, and I thought you might enjoy it, and I thought I'd share. So this is an item that I bought from Poshmark. They're the website that sells used things. Not sponsored, but I've sold things on there, and I decided to look to see if they had this. And I do want it to be a surprise. So let me unveil. If this is broken, I'll be so upset. But as you can see, they are Lenox items, and you might be able to tell from the packaging that they're retro. My countertop is wet. I just cleaned it before I filmed, and I don't want to get those boxes wet. I didn't know these were going to be in these boxes. All right, so let's see. This one is from 1988. And so it goes along with our theme, doesn't it? It has a really pretty snowflake it's gilded. And Lenox ornaments are, is it 18 karat, 24 karat gold? I don't know, painted on them. And I have a dated ornament collection, by the way. I'll tell you the story of my first Lenox ornament purchase, and it proves my obsession with decor. My mother worked at Lenox, and they had a warehouse sale that she was aware of, and the employees were allowed to go in first, and like friends and family, and you had to have something. So I got in line. I was so young, and I was in line before my mother and her friends. I just got there sooner because my father dropped me off after a swim practice. And he thought it was the funniest thing that I didn't wait for my mom. I wanted to be in line as soon as I could to get Lenox. And I was this youngster. And then I stood there in line for hours by myself. And he's like, "Are you sure you don't want to go back with your mom?" But I wanted to get all of the discount ornaments I could with my allowance, and I didn't want to miss out on any back there in the end of the line where my mother was. Now this one is from 1987, and it has something there. I'll hold it up close so that you can read it perhaps yourself. Now, the fact that this has a marking on the bottom to me means it was a sample. Because normally when my mother had samples, they had numbers on them. And it has the date. The early dated ornaments have dates printed on them. And then the later dated ornaments, a lot of them have a little brass tag attached to it. So I like it done this way. I was actually looking for some to fill in the last several years because I haven't bought them in a while. One of the reasons why I bought these is that I am planning content for the holiday season. I'm not filming it ahead of time or anything, but I was thinking I would like to do a tree trimming, and I have dated ornaments already, but they're from much later dates than this. But I thought it would be fun to add a little to the collection for that tree decorating video. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week. Before I go, everything in this video is tagged. It's not necessarily in a link, but if you can't find the items, hit more. I do get a small commission if you purchase the item through my tag, and it doesn't affect your price at all. So, see you next Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and thank you for watching.